as we go through it. Now, thank you guys so much for coming. I'm going to show you guys very, very quickly how you can invest in real estate, how you can create generational wealth and create passive income. And that's my goal. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and get started. Let me start sharing my screen. We're already all set. So my name is, if you don't know, my name's Dustin Heiner. So I'm the founder of Master Passive Income. That I started back in 2015 or 2016 because I was quitting my job, and everybody, all my friends and family members were asking me how I was quitting my job and not working for somebody else. And I told them I invest in real estate. And they also asked me, well, how can I do it? So I started coaching them. I realized two things. Number one, I enjoyed it. But number two, I had extra free time. I was 40 plus hours of my life not spent working for somebody else. So I created Master Passive Income. I'm just seeing how I can give this out to as many people as possible, and also the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. And if you heard last week on my episode, a podcast, I unveiled that this is going to be the last year, April 10th through the 12th, the very last year we're going to be doing RubeCon, the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, because I have so many new changes and things that I need to do, get rid of, close down RubeCon, because there's so many great things to help you become a successful investor. Okay. Here's my life mission. My life's mission is to help 1 million people to invest in real estate and become financially independent. Completely goal. Like, I don't know if I'll ever make this goal, meaning 1 million people. I don't know if I'll ever hit it. Yes, I got that millionth person, but it's a goal that gets me out of bed. And if you are one of those million people, your life will get better. My life gets better because I get to help people. Okay. Also, I have my podcast. So my podcast, Master Passive Income Podcast, in the chat, if you currently listen to my podcast, or if you have in the past, would you type a 1, like put a number 1 in the chat? I want to know if you listen to the podcast. We're over 2.2 million downloads now here at Master Passive Income Podcast. And it's literally me showing you how to invest in real estate. Also, here I am on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. If you actually follow me on Instagram, go ahead and let me put it in the chat really quick. Oh, so if you're hearing thunder, it's a thunderstorm here in Nashville. It's going crazy. So there we go. So you probably don't hear it because it wasn't as loud. But last night, oh my goodness, we were up. My dogs were barking and everything. So next up, Instagram, follow me on there. Love to hang out with you guys. Love to be a part of everything that you're doing. Send me a DM on there. Okay. I started the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. These are my students. These are people that said, I want to be around you and other people. And it's literally just a way to help everybody to invest. And it's such an amazing time. April 10th through the 12th is our next one. We have the Real Estate Wealth Builders Club, 2 monthly meetups. It's free. You just come to the monthly meetup and be a part of all these other investors growing you and you connecting and becoming successful in your real estate investing. And so I'll put all the links later, but let's keep moving. Now, here is how I make $10,549 a month in my spare time investing in real estate. I'm going to literally walk you through how you can do it as well. But here's one thing. This was when I quit my job back in 2016. I was making this much money, $10,549 a month. And now I make a lot more than that. My wife won't let me tell you how much I make, but I make a lot more than that. I keep growing my business. Now, as I'm walking you through this, I want to give you basically a disclaimer. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a get wealthy plan. I'm going to show you how you can do this. And I'm sharing what worked for me and, like, honestly, countless others. I've had over thousands of students that we've coached them, and they showed and they bought their first property and multiple properties, now investing in apartment complexes. Now, these results are specific for each person because I'm going to walk you through how to do it, how they did it, but it does take time and effort. Completely want you to be completely aware of this. It's not a get rich quick scheme. So if you're here for a get rich quick scheme, you're in for a rude awakening because it's going to take some work. Okay. We are entering the best ever time to invest in real estate. Now, a lot of people might be thinking, well, Dustin, interest rates are high. Prices are high. How is this the best time ever? Well, I kid you not. This is going to be right now and in the future, the best time ever to invest in real estate. And here's what you'll know. There's always the best time was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. There's never a bad time. There's only bad deals. That's what I want you to realize. There are only bad deals. Even in the best time, lowest interest rate, lowest prices, all that sort of stuff, you can still buy a bad deal. But I'm going to walk you through how not to do that so you can become successful. Okay, I'm going to tell you a quick story. Here's a story of somebody, a person, running a mile in under 4 minutes. So in all recorded history, no one has ever run 1 mile in under 4 minutes. But somebody did it. Somebody broke the 4 minute mile on May 6, 1954. Roger Bannister broke the 4 minute mile barrier by running it in 3 minutes and 59.4 seconds. That is so fast. He broke the record. But for all of recorded history, nobody had ever done it. He did it. So all the news, everything, it was everywhere. It had been done. But then people started asking the questions. Could it be done again? How long would it take before somebody else does it? Even though nobody had ever broke the record of 4 minutes before Roger, another person did it too. Now, on your screen, on the left is Roger Bannister, and on the right is John Landy. John Landy is the second person ever to break the 4 minute mile. He beat Roger Bannister's record by running the mile, 1 mile in 3 minutes, 57.9 seconds. That is 1.5 seconds faster than Bannister. Now, you might be thinking, how long did it take? This was on June 21st, 1952, just 46 days after Roger Bannister. Remember, nobody did it before. And then now, 46 days, it was done again. They were shouting everywhere it'd been done again. But then 1,400 other men have broken the 4 minute mile. And what I want you to take away from this story is that what one person can do, another person can do. What one person can do, another person can do. And remember, as we're going through this workshop, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Roger's on. He's going to answer questions to help you out, but then we can answer questions at the end. But take this away. What one person can do, another can do. Let me give you my 4 minute mile experience. You guys, this is Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that's my 4 minute mile record that my experience. Robert took 2 years off from doing any work, quit his job, and didn't do any work because he had a passive income business. I thought, my goodness, I need to do something like that. Well, my 4 minute mile experience was 2 months after I got married. I kid you not, 2 months later, I gave myself a deadline. I said, this was on June 6th, 2007. I made my decision to quit my job by investing in real estate within 10 years. Imagine telling your brand new wife saying, or your spouse saying, I'm going to quit in 10 years. And I gave myself, it's a deadline. It's not a goal. It's a deadline. I'm going to burn the bridges as I go. In 10 years, I'm quitting. Well, praise the Lord, December 16th, 2016, I officially quit my job to live the life of my dreams. And when we now travel the world, we now love that we in our lives are completely changed. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to type in the chat, because I want you to realize what one person can do, another can do. Realize this for yourself. What one person can do, I can do. Type that in the chat. If you believe that you can invest in real estate, this is not something that's rocket science. You can do it. I want you to write that. Go ahead and write in the chat. What one person can do, I can do. If we were in a meeting, I would have you guys all scream with me. What one person can do, I could do. When you realize that, you put it in your brain. Good. Thank you so much, guys. Christopher, Nathan, awesome. What one person can do, I can do. I'm going to show you how I did it and how you can do it too. So go ahead and write in the chat. I want you guys to realize this. What one person can do, I can do. And honestly, everyone here today can become a successful real estate investor. Every single one of you. I don't care how much time or little time you have, how much money or do or don't have, experience. Trust me, we're going to go through all that. Now, what does JOB stand for? A job. What does it stand for? It stands for just over broke. Because when you're working for somebody else, you're living just over broke. And this is how you'll know. Your boss is paying you just enough to keep you working without quitting, but not so much money it takes money out of their pocket. If they paid you what you were worth, they would probably go broke. Well, instead, what you need to do is take life in your own hands and get paid for what you are worth. Let me ask you a big question. And I had asked myself this too. Why? Why do you want to invest in real estate? Could it be to travel the world? Could buy that new car that you always wanted, not the one that you need, but the one that you want? Never look at the price when you eat at restaurants. And I kid you not, I'll see like a ribeye and a fillet, and I'll be thinking, I want them both. So I'll order them both and just eat the meat. So could it be that? Could it be never worrying about bills again? Go ahead and write in the chat. Why do you want to invest in real estate? Could it be to travel the world? Could it be to pick up a new hobby, not work for somebody else, have freedom? Now, what does your ideal life look like? Roger said, to make more time for my loved ones. Absolutely. Travel the world, Samuel, fantastic. I love traveling the world. I'm actually, after Rubicon in April, 5 days later, I'm taking my family 2.5 weeks through Japan. We're going to go drive through Japan. It's going to be awesome. Chris says, keep my wife from being stressed. Yes, that's a great way. You're personally gonna be less stressed because she's also not less, or she's less stressed. Camille, be in control of my life, travel, time with one ones. Absolutely. Now, what does your ideal life look like? Thank you, Carlos. Christopher, awesome. Okay, I'll keep moving. What does a perfect day look like to you? What would you do with your time if you never needed to work again? And what are the most important things to you? Remember, we're going with the why. Why are we doing this? Because when times get troubled or tough, which they will, you're going to need to draw from this. And you're going to be around me because I'm going to help you get past those, because everybody has trouble. If you read the Bible says, Jesus says, in this life you will have trouble. But I love what Jesus says. Jesus says, but take heart, I have overcome the world. I take that to heart. You know things are going to happen that are bad, that are not what you want. But if we push through those, you will absolutely look back and say, I'm so glad I planted that tree 20 years ago. Okay. Think about this. Would you love to have more time in your life, more money, more control, and more freedom in your life? I knew I wanted, for me, it was freedom. I was tired of working for somebody else, and this was my why. I wanted my wife to be proud of me. I wanted my children to look up to me. I was tired of feeling like I was just treading water, never getting where. And I want to get paid what I knew I was worth. Have you ever felt that? Like, just think that to yourself. Like, can you relate to that? Man, life was rough. When I started, I didn't have lots of money, didn't have any time, didn't have great credit, didn't have any knowledge of real estate, didn't have any connections in the business, literally didn't have any of this. But what I did have was 4 kids at the time. Now I'm blessed. I have 5 kids now, a full-time job, one large business that took lots of my time, no money, no extra time, but I did it. And I'm going to show you, this is my first property. 2006, I bought my first property. I still own it. This is the property. I bought this, and it made me $317 in passive income that first month. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I need to do this. But you know what happens? Just life starts getting in the way. Then I built a business. This is my wife back in 2008, and myself, my youngest daughter, who's now 16. This is our store. I started a store called Downtown Express. And this is our store that we had, and took a lot of my time. One quick note, my daughter, who's now in this picture, she's now 16 years old. Last month, she just bought her first rental property. Now, she did have me as her dad to walk her through the process, coach her, just like I coach lots of thousands of other people, but she's done it. She bought her first property. I think this last month, she made like $280 in passive income. So awesome. Now, also on top of that, let me keep going. 2011, this is what changed my life. So this is my daughter. This is the youngest now, other than we just have a newborn. She's like 10 months now. But this is Faith. She's our 4th child. And that's all my kids. We're in Japan. We love going to Japan, but this is a deer in Japan. Anyways, so when my 4th child was born, I was working at a dead-end job, a dead-end job. And I got a call. After I went on paternity leave, I went back to work. And then on a Friday, just getting back to work, I get a call from my boss's secretary. She says, Dustin, would you please come to the office? I hung up the phone. I started thinking about, why are they coming to the office? This isn't normal. And I've seen plenty of movies. Friday at 3:30 is not a good sign. Well, I walked down the hallway to my boss's office, and this hallway was kind of short, but every single step felt like the hallway got longer and longer and longer, because it felt like I am potentially going to lose my job. Well, I get down the hallway and I turn the corner, see my boss's door. His door is closed, and I see his secretary there. Super sweet, nice old lady. This is kind of looks like Rosemary. That's her name. Rosemary, super sweet, nice old lady. She's trying to console me with her eyes and sheepishly grinning at me because she knows everything about what's going on. I know nothing about what's going on. So I take my seat and I start thinking about my life. Everything that I was told, go to school, get in lots of debt to go to college, and then get a degree, and then you work your life away. And I started thinking, oh my goodness, if I lose my job right now, does that make me a failure as a father? Does it make me a failure as a husband, as a man trying to provide for his family? And did I just waste my life doing this whole path? Well, the door to my boss's office opens up and my boss comes out. He ushers me into his office and I get laid off. And remember, this is the government. I mean, if you haven't heard, this is a government where I got laid off from. If it happened to me, it can happen to you. And this is the reason why I tell the story. And this is the reason why I have now changed my life to where I invest in real estate, but now I'm sharing with you because I went back to my desk after just getting laid off. And I sit down at my desk and I realized two things. Number one, I need to find another job. So praise the Lord, found another job in the same county. Another department wasn't having those issues. But then the second thing I realized, I need to make sure that this never, ever happens to me again. I need to make sure that nobody has the ability to take away my ability to feed my family. So right then I started buying property after property, eventually blessed to quit my job. Now, since I started back in 2006 investing, I retired at 37 years old. So that 10-year deadline, I accomplishment. Now, 30 plus single family homes, 878 hotel units that I invest in, 730 apartment units as well. It's going so well. And I make so much money in passive income. And because of my automatic business, and I'm going to show you how to do it in just a couple of seconds. I have plenty of money, all the time in the world, great credit, many automatic businesses, no job, and I'm successfully unemployed. More importantly, I never have to worry about money again. Our wealth grows automatically, and I'm going to show you how that works out. We are diversified over many different asset classes. Our future is protected from others taking our wealth. We have generational wealth to pass to our children, and I'm successfully unemployed. My wife came up with that title. I'm successfully unemployed, and I would love to see you be successfully unemployed now. I want you to remember what one person can do, another can do. Remember that. What one person could do, just like Roger Bannister and John Landy, the process to a six-figure automatic business has been done thousands of times by people just like you. I've coached thousands of people. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Maybe about 10 more minutes. I'm going to walk you through the entire process. Now, I want you to write in the chat one more time. If you already wrote it, just put a number 1 in there because you need to realize this. What one person can do, another person can do. Right? Put a number 1 there if you agree with that. And awesome, Nathan wrote that in there. What one person can do, another person can do. And all you need is the plan. Good, awesome, Carlos, Zachary, putting that you can do it too. Anybody else, put a number 1 in there or write what one person can do, I can do in the chat. You need to own this. And I'm going to walk you through it. Now, the plan, this is what you need. The plan to $10,549 a month in passive income. You need a plan. You need to understand how to do it, and which I'm going to literally take me about 10 minutes to walk you through the process. Now, there's not one person on here that I cannot help build a six-figure automatic investing business. I don't care if you have no money, no time, no experience. I'm going to walk you through that process. Now, you need to make a commitment to me as well as yourself. I want you to think and hold on. Sorry. Let me pause this. Well, if you remember at the beginning, I told you there's thunder and lightning. That was an alert from my phone. I apologize. It told me extreme weather warning. There's thunder and lightning. So, we're in the house. Hopefully, we'll be okay. So I apologize for that. That was weird. Out of nowhere. Okay. I want you to make a commitment to yourself that as soon as you know that real estate investing is the way and the key to a six-figure automatic business, that you will go all in, that you're going to make that commitment and be just like John Landy and run that 1 minute in less than 4 minutes, 1 mile in less than 4 minutes. I want you to go all in. Now, what does it mean to go all in? Well, these are Christmas lights. This is not going all in, but this is going all in. This is what my kids would like our house to look like. It's not. My one's more on the left. What does it mean to go all in? We have this is kind of wading in, tiptoeing in. No, this is going all in. You're jumping in 100%. This is limping in poker, and this is going all in. You're pushing all your chips in because you're saying, I am all in because this is what I did. I said, I'm burning the bridges as I go. It's a deadline. I'm going to do this. Now, who is real estate investing for? Anyone who's tired of running the rat race of life, anyone who wants to live the life on their own terms, anyone who wants to feel like a success in life, and anyone who wants to become financially independent. And you can have an automatic real estate investing business that makes you money while you sleep, to travel the world, retire early, protect your wealth. Now, what about you? Are you tired of trading hours for dollars, working that dead end job, living just over broke, making money for somebody else, getting told what to do, 40 plus hours of your life wasted every single week, dealing with horrible bosses and coworkers and living paycheck to paycheck? Well, I don't want you to have to trade your time for money anymore. I'm going to show you how to actually build a business that's going to make you money. And I knew there had to be out of the rat race of life. But what I was doing was not working. No one should have to live paycheck to paycheck. No one. Now, I realized that I needed a business that would help me to retire early. Now, it's key. We're going to get into it in just a second. Business, not an investment. And in fact, I'm going to tell you this in just a second. We need a business. There must be a system out there to achieve my goals, and what others have done, I can do. And I knew I needed to make a change. I knew I needed to have a change to have more time, money, and control over my life. But what I needed to do was I needed to find the secret to wealth. So I found that secret of wealth that changed my life forever. And this is what I found. The secret of wealth is working one time and getting paid over and over and over again, and having experts do the business for you and have your properties work for you. That's called passive income. Working one time, getting paid over and over again. Now all I needed was a plan. I needed a plan, a way to make money while I slept, to retire early while protecting my wealth. That is when I bought my first rental property, but I did everything wrong. I paid too much for the property. I hired a horrible property manager, started stealing from me within 3 months. I got bad tenants who destroyed the property, allowed tenants to stay way too long after not paying the rent, lost tens of thousands of dollars doing it the wrong way. But I did not let that stop me. I did not let that stop me from retiring early and having generational wealth. Now, let me give you my plan to financial freedom. Number one, I flew to Ohio. I looked at the area, the property managers, the properties, etc. I spent $17,000, this is 2006, of the money that my wife saved before we got married. So I took her money, and that was a trial to be able to get that. But yes, I did, praise the Lord. And I bought my first property. Now, here's my path. Year one, I bought one property. Year two, I bought two properties. Not year three, but in 2 years, sorry, I had three properties, making me $900 a month in passive income with three properties. And I kid you not, every single one of my students, thousands of students now, they will tell you that first property, it feels like it is the hardest, because it is, because you've never proven it to yourself. The second property comes so much faster, and the third property comes even faster than that, which I'm going to walk you through that process. Now, finally, this is how I got to there. Over $10,000 a month. Three properties in year three. I bought three more properties. Year four, I bought four more properties. Year five, I bought five properties. Year six, I bought four more properties. In total, 6 years, I had 19 properties, making me $10,549 a month. I kid you not, that was cash flow. That's money in my pocket, because if you invest for cash flow and making money every single month, you don't have to work for somebody else. I finally retired at 37 years old. You might be thinking, well, Dustin, 19 properties in 6 years, that sounds tough. No, it's not. Trust me. You might be thinking, I don't have enough money. That's not the problem. You might be thinking, I don't have enough time. That's not the problem. Now, by the time I was done, I built a system that made me money automatically. In fact, I invest all over the world now. All over the world. I've traveled all over the world now because I have money coming in from all my properties from many different states. Now I'm retired from my job and travel the world. But the biggest thing was, when I bought that first property, I proved to myself that this system worked. And I could duplicate this over and over and over again. So what I did was I started investing in other states: Ohio, Texas, Arizona, Indiana, and Tennessee. I invest in all these states. In fact, my students, we invest all over the country for passive income. Now my automatic real estate investing business makes me over $20,000 a month in passive income. And I'll teach you how to ethically steal all these in under 10 minutes. You guys ready to get in this? And I want to show you in 10 minutes how to do this. Now, what about you? Could you retire if you made over $10,549 a month in passive income? Go ahead and put a number 1 again inside there in the chat. Put a number 1. If over $10,000 a month could make you quit your job, become financially independent, retire early. Awesome. Hopefully every single person here is typing a 1. If you're spending over $10,000 a month in expenses, we have a little bit more work to do, but more than likely this will do it. But then this is just a start. Like I said, I had 19 properties. Now I have over 30 plus properties. I have short-term, long-term rental properties, mid-term properties, apartment complexes. Awesome. We got Zachary, Carlos. Good. Awesome. Everybody should be putting a 1 in there, because if you can make over $10,000 a month, I kid you not, I'm going to help you get out of debt. I'm going to help you buy more properties, all that sort of stuff. Now, here's the thing. If you've been struggling and you haven't been able to invest, or you bought a couple properties and it's really tough, there's probably a reason why. If you've been struggling, there's probably a reason why. You don't have enough money to invest, hard to find good deals, worried about losing money, lack of knowledge, how to invest in the proper properties, how to make sure that you're buying the right properties, where to get started, tenants destroying your properties, which happened to me, buying a money pit, being fearful that the market crashes. In fact, I'm looking forward to when the market eventually crashes. If it does, I'm going to be buying lots of properties. If you've been struggling, more than likely, this is probably why. Now, the hard way, this is what we used to have to do for many years. In 2006, when I first started investing, all this stuff, like there was nobody coaching like this. In fact, they were charging 80 grand for coaching just like this. And I'm going to give this to you literally right now. Now, also the hard way, you can never invest because your prices are way too expensive in your city where you live. You're gambling on a new area of the country to invest. You are buying a property that seems like a good property, hope it's not a money pit, select a tenant and hope to make money every single month, and then evict the tenant after 60 days. That's the wrong way to do that. That's what you do if you are an investor. But I'm going to show you, we're going to be a business owner. Let me show you 3 myths. 3 myths about real estate investing. Here's myth number 1. You have to be born with or inherit lots of money to invest in real estate. That's absolutely myth. I had no money when I first got married. My wife had $17,000 that she saved growing up, and we got married. And honestly, I've shown, and I'll walk you through this. I'll show you at least 3 different ways, if you don't have any money, how to not, buy properties without any money, and show you actually examples of how to do it. So this is a myth. You have to be born, but no, 100%, not true. Myth number 2, real estate investing takes lots of time and stress and problems. This is 100% a myth. Let me grab a drink. Myth number 3, you have to have lots of contacts, experience managing properties. You have to know how to flip, wholesale, and all these complicated techniques. Kid you not, it can't be any simpler than this, but none of these myths are true. I guarantee you'll get past every single one of these if you do it right. Now, if you've been struggling investing in real estate, here's the secret. This is literally the secret. Stop being an investor. This is the secret. And I kid you not, nobody will ever tell you this, because number 1, they don't know it themselves. And number 2, they don't want to share the secret to you, but I'm going to share it to you. Stop being an investor. This is what you need to be. Instead, become a business owner. If you're an investor, you're a mom and pop, meaning you have a couple properties and you're pulling your hair out because you're managing yourself. Well, you can't scale your business. You can't get to 30 plus properties. I have 750 apartment complexes now, hotels. You can't get there if you're doing it all yourself. But here's what it looks like when you build a business. You guys know what a candy bar looks like? Well, let's say you are starting a candy bar business and you can buy a candy bar all day, every day for 50 cents. And you also knew the same thing. All day, every day, you can sell it for $1. That means you'll make 50 cents every single time you buy that candy bar. Like, how can I get more money to buy more candy bars to sell them, you'll make 50 cents. Now, the beautiful thing about real estate investing, let's say you didn't even have that 50 cents. It costs you 25 cents to borrow the 50 cents. Well, you're out of pocket 75 cents. You're still making 25 cents because you're selling it for $1. This is what real estate investing is all about. Business owners make money when we buy the property. What you would not do is buy this candy bar for $2 and sell it for $1. You would not do that because you'd be losing money. I have no idea why investors buy to not make money. The reason why is because they don't know. And every single quote unquote guru out there, they're not going to tell you this. I am the one telling you this because in 2006, I started investing. The crash was in 2008. If you remember that, well, I was worried. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to lose everything. No, I made so much more money because sadly, people were losing their homes in foreclosure. But what do they have to do? They still have to live someplace. So they became renters. And now my rents just skyrocketed because there's so many more people that needed to invest, need to have a place to rent. Remember, stop being an investor and start being a business owner. And I'm going to walk you through in just another few minutes. I'm going to walk you through that process. Now, let me give you the 6 ways real estate makes you money when you buy one home worth $150,000. Now, you might be thinking, well, Dustin, where do I find those? Trust me, we know as investors where to find them. Midwest is fantastic right now. I'll get into that in just a minute. But let's say you bought one home for $150,000. Well, this is the 6 ways you make money. Number 1, cash flow. Buy a property making $500 a month in passive income. That's $6,000 a year in your pocket. You capture equity when you buy the property. You do not buy a property unless you could buy it for less than it's worth. We're investors. Let's say you capture 20 grand. You buy it for $130,000. You capture $20,000. Forced depreciation. Let's say you put $5,000 into it. It's worth $20,000 more now. That's $15,000 in your pocket. And we also know that over time, there's market appreciation. In fact, this is proven. Go look at the charts. The market doubles every 15 years. It's absolutely bananas how amazing this is. Your value doubles every 15 years. Also, mortgage buy down. The tenants pay off your house for you. I don't pay my mortgage. I don't pay my taxes, insurance. I don't pay for any of that stuff by going and working a job. I have my tenants pay for all that. So all the interest, all the balance principal, everything, your tenants will pay that because it's a business. We make money. Tax advantages. The great one, deferred taxes with 1031 exchange, stepped up basis when you give the property to your kids. Let's say you buy it for $150,000 and it doubles over 30 years twice. Then it's worth, what's that, $450,000? You give it to your kids. That's the new basis. So if they sell it for $500,000, they're only getting taxed on 50 grand. Anyways, getting a little too in the weeds. There's also depreciation. I love depreciation. In fact, the IRS wrote this for me and for you as real estate investors. Depreciation, it makes us look like we make less money in taxes or for taxes, so we pay less in taxes. I almost pay no money in taxes. Seriously, I kid you not. And also bonus depreciation. That's another thing. Okay, so these are 6 ways, but let me practically show you how that works. You buy one property, it makes you $150,000 a month. You do it right, and you have a business that runs itself. This is just one property. Now I have 30 plus properties now. Over 30 years with a $15,000 down payment. Now you might be thinking, oh, Dustin, that's a lot. Well, we could even get a 3.5% down, which we'll get into. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. We're going to get in this. But let's just say you put 10% down. Well, this is what it looks like. Your $15,000 of your own money. Remember, we have cash flow first. We make, after 30 years, $180,000 because we have this one property. Over 30 years, that's how much money we'll make in cash flow. Equity capture. When we bought the property, let's say we captured $20,000. We do this all the time. Forced appreciation. We fix it up, right? When we bought the property, another $15,000. Market appreciation. Remember, I told you it doubles every 15 years. That's now $300,000 more in value. Mortgage buy down. The tenants paid the interest and all the principal. Remember, $150,000 minus $15,000. You still owed $135,000 plus interest. Then your tenants paid that off. Tax advantages. I pay almost no money in taxes, and you can too. In the end, your $15,000 turns into $650,000 from one property. Can you believe that? Now, here's the amazing thing. That $17,000 that I bought my first property with, I've recycled that money over and over and over again. And I've used other people's money to buy all the properties that I own now. And now I have so many properties. and you then give these properties to your kids. I have all my kids, I'm going to give all these properties, plus they are learning how to invest in real estate. Now, here's the plan. To $20,000 or more in automatic business. Remember, I said 10,000, but we can get to $20,000 a month in passive income. You buy one property, makes you $500 a minimum a month in passive income. That's $6,000 a year without working. That's one property. This is just the income, let alone everything else that we get. 10 properties is $500 minimum, $5,000 a month in passive income from 10 properties. That's $60,000 a year. 20 properties is $10,000 a month. $120,000 a year in passive income. 40 properties. Like I said, I have 30 plus properties now. This is just the minimum of 5. I have properties making me $1,000 a month in passive income. $20,000 a month in passive income, $240,000 a year without working. Remember, you're also not paying taxes because of the way the tax laws have been written for you. Now imagine your net worth, not just the income. The income alone is fantastic, but your net worth with 20 plus rental properties, each worth $200,000. Estimated net worth is $4 million in net worth, let alone all the other benefits. This is absolutely something that we all do. Now, let me give you the 3 secrets. We're going to start getting into how practically to this. Now, if you also have, go back to writing in the chat if you have any questions. And if you have any questions, then Roger's there. He's going to answer some questions too. But let's go ahead. 3 secrets to real estate investing. Here's the 3 secrets. Number 1, the secret is how to invest in real estate in your spare time with a full-time job and a full-time family, which is what I did. Secret number 2, how to buy cash flowing real estate with little money to even no money. I'm going to give you examples of how we did it. Secret number 3, how to get the right experts to do all the work for you, making sure that you don't mess up. Here are the secrets. Let's walk through these. Secret number 1 is you can invest in real estate with your full-time job and a full-time family. But how do you do it? Well, how is building a business, an automatic business that runs itself? I kid you not. When you build that business, remember, stop being an investor, start being a business owner. And you might be thinking, well, Dustin, what about the 2 a.m. phone calls from tenants, like the tenants and toilets and termites, like all these problems? Oh my. Well, the easiest part is buying the property. In fact, in any business, the easiest part is just buying the inventory in the business, like that candy bar. Anybody can buy it. Let's say you pay $2 for a candy bar, but you can only sell it for $1. You go out of business. That's the easiest part. The hard part is to make money every single month and have your business run itself and continually make you money while you sleep. That is the hard part. Anybody can overpay for a property, but I'm going to show you how not to do that, how to do it right. And investing without a business, it's not automatic. You're answering all those 2 a.m. phone calls. It's not efficient, potentially losing money, lots of evictions, hoping to get good tenants, praying that they pay the rent, and you cannot scale to all the properties that you want, that you need to get financially independent. Building a business, you get real estate agents, property managers, contractors, everybody else to find the properties for you. You also get contractors to fix up the property, property managers to find good tenants, make sure you're buying the right property, use free software to collect the rents or have your property manager collect the rents, and then do it all over again for the next property. Now, most investors fail because they do not know how to develop the automatic business. Remember, this is a plan. I'm going to walk you through that entire plan. Now, another just a few more minutes. Most investors fail because they don't know how to develop this. But I did it over and over again. And then I said, you know what? Let me just start helping people. And it's been proven over and over, like over 1,000 students now, proven over and over again. You do not need a lot of time to invest in real estate. Now, here are the steps to building an investing business. Here are the steps. Number 1, we hire the experts. Remember, we don't buy the properties first and then hire the experts. No, we hire the experts first. And when I say hire, caveat, you're not paying them money until they do work. That's the beautiful thing about real estate. You don't have to have a lot of money, create an entire business with lots of employees. No. You hire the professionals, property managers, contractors, mortgage brokers, inspectors, insurance agents, handymen, roofers, plumbers, etc. There's so many more, but we find all these people first before, that's the key, before you buy the property. Then you build an automatic business, which is step number 2. So we find everybody, then we build the business, and we get them working in our business. Step number 2, we build that automatic business. We implement the business systems, procedures, and processes to run your business without you. In fact, I only work 30 minutes a month on all my properties. Let me scratch that. Let me say that one differently. My daughter now does all the work. It takes about 30 minutes, maybe an hour or more, because she's not as good as I am. But I taught her how to do all the work because our properties work for us and the people work for us, the experts. But we have to implement business systems, procedures, and processes like rents due on the 1st, late after the 3rd. On the 4th, we give a 3-day notice. And after 3 days, legally, we then put a eviction notice on the 7th, I believe, or the 8th, depending on what legally you do. But that's just one of many systems and procedures and processes that we have to put in place. And I've coached all my students how to do this. Here's step number 3. This is if you don't have any time, this is what you do, because you have other people do the work for you. That is the key. If you don't have any time, well, your time is precious, but other people want to do the work for you. So we let them do the work, finding the properties, inspecting the properties, rehabbing the properties, finding tenants, collecting rents, repairing toilets, send you money every single month. It is so amazing. Let me show you one of my students. His name's Chad. So here's Chad. He worked a full-time job for the government, or still does, diagnosed with cancer in 2013, realized that life was too short to work a job, wanted to quit his job, spend more time with his family. He started investing in 2016, and now, let me go back, started investing back in 2016 with me. He was one of my first people that I coached. He's a friend of mine. Started coaching him, and then, wrong way. Now, Chad is cancer-free, praise the Lord. He has an automatic business investing in real estate. He's on track to quit his job in the next year and lives his life to the fullest every single day. Now, would you be wealthy if you made money while you sleep? Because you have properties that make money for you and other people do the work. You make money when you buy something, like you buy real estate. You buy that, you make more money. Would you be wealthy if you made money while you spent money? Like when I fix up my property, I make more money. And you make more money as time passes without any work of your own. You make money by paying less in taxes and not from somebody else's paycheck. And you also have tax write-offs. Let me show you also secret number 2. So that was number 1. Secret number 1 was we build a business and we have the experts do that work for us. Secret number 2, how to buy cash flowing real estate with little to no money. And I'm going to 100% say this, every single person on this, your financial situation is not the problem. Your lack of options is the problem. Trust me, money is not the problem or lack of. Your lack of options is the option, or is the problem. Now, when you have a good deal, trust me, money will come. When you have an amazing deal, money will come even faster. In fact, I have a 375 unit apartment complex that I'm buying that in just 10 days, we've raised over $8 million, I believe, because it's such an amazing deal. Now, there are 20 creative financing ways that I've used to acquire real estate, and then I've showed my students. Let me show you. Here's a case study. So here's Benjamin. I'm going to walk you through how he did it. He's a pastor up in Sacramento, California, and we know pastors don't have any money. Well, he didn't have any money or anything to invest. Like he literally didn't have anything, but I coached him. He had a house he bought in 2014, I think, to get a HELOC on his primary residence. He used that HELOC to buy a property in Georgia, got it fixed up, got it rented, cash flowing. Then we refinanced the property, pulled the cash back out to pay off his HELOC. Now he has his home that he bought in Georgia with none of his own money. That's infinite return. He didn't like work a job and pay for it. This is just one of many different things that we can do. Now he's on the path to financial freedom. Let me give you another case study, another different way of all these creative financing. Remember, money's not the problem. Your lack of options are. We coach our students how to do all this. One of my students, Kara. Kara is a nurse in Texas, wanted to invest in real estate, started coaching with me. We turned her IRA into a self-directed IRA, a self-directed retirement account. Now she uses her 401k or her IRA. She bought 2 houses And now her 401k is growing with that real estate because she wants to keep it in her IRA so she can have it when she retires. But she's also investing with her own private money. But if you have an IRA, let's say you have 50 grand in there, 100 grand, we can buy lots of properties and keep it so you also don't pay taxes on that as well. Okay, one more, last one. Meet my students, Charles and Catherine. Charles is one of my first students. Now, in 4 years, he's bought 29 units. He's been done absolutely amazing. Immigrated here from the Bahamas as a college students and wanted to invest in real estate, but didn't have enough money. And then he did have family and friends that did have money. He and his wife got private money from their family, friends, businesses, even like literally go to a restaurant, eat dinner, and talk to the owner. And the owner wanted to invest in his deals. He bought his first property in 2019. Now they have 29 cash flowing units, ready to retire, 31 years old, and about to get his green card. He's already approved, just waiting for it to get in the mail. But honestly, all these different ways to do it, this is just 3 of 20 different ways that I've used for creative financing. And you might be thinking, well, Dustin, there's so much going on. These are 3, but there's 17 others. But here, what I want you to remember, what one person can do, another person can do. You just need to know what these options are so that you can then implement them. Now, let me give you secret number 3. How to get the right experts to do all the work for you, making sure you don't mess up. And before you even pay them, let's say you don't even pay them yet, you don't have to worry about that. Now, the problem is buying a property without the experts, finding the right areas, buying a money pit, no one to fix up the property, no one to rent the property. Then you have a problem. You have a liability, not an asset on your hands. So what we do is instead of having an asset, it becomes a liability because we cannot make money. But here's the solution. The solution is to have your property manager tell you the best area of the cities before you buy the property. Don't even buy the property unless the property manager says, yes, that's a good area. We will actually manage that property. Have realtors find the right properties to buy. Have your property managers verify that the property is the one that they will manage and how much it will rent for. Have your inspectors tell you what's wrong with the property. Have all your contractors fix up the property, handyman as well. Have your property manager find and manage tenants, and have the property manager send you cash every single month. Mine just comes right in my bank account. It's amazing. Now, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you guys a question? Okay. Would you like to have an automatic business that makes you money while you sleep? Awesome. Thanks, Roger. Appreciate that. While you slept, an automatic business that makes you money while you travel the world, while you play with your kids or do anything else. Now, remember, what we used to have to do is buy a home close where you live. Even if it's too expensive, hope to buy a good property, fix it up yourself. Guess which tenants are not going to destroy the property, spend all your time running the business or your investment, and you are unhappy. In fact, I get so many people coming to me and say, Dustin, I have 6 properties and I'm just pulling my hair out. I can't do it. I said, well, we got to build a business and then we got to scale the business. Remember the 3 secrets: how to invest in real estate in your spare time with a full-time family and a full-time job. Secret number 2 is how to buy cash flowing real estate with little to no money. And secret number 3, how to get the right experts to do all the work for you, making sure you don't mess up and buy the wrong property. Now, can I ask you a question? So does it feel like is this you right now where you're drinking from a fire hose? Like there's so much information and you might be thinking, oh my goodness, there's so much more information. If this is you, type a 1 in the chat. If you please go ahead. I just want to know because I talk fast too. When I get excited, I talk really, really fast, especially with something that I love. So go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If this feels like you, go ahead. And if it's not, then great. Then you are doing so well. But if this is you, we've covered so much, but there's still so much left to learn. How to find an area of the country to invest in, how to know what a good property looks like, how to know what to look for in a property manager so you don't buy the wrong property and you don't lose money, how to inspect the property so that the property is not a money pit, how to get financing, who do you use to manage the properties, how do you make money in the business automatically, and how to select the right tenants to pay off your mortgage for you, managing the team of professionals around you, and growing the business so you can quit your job. I'm glad nobody feels like this is a fire hydrant because nobody put a 1. Okay, this is good. Good. You guys are tracking along. All right, awesome. Awesome, Carlos. One every day. Good. I love it. Okay. Can I share with you guys a new way, basically a better way? And I figured this out over investing in 5 different states, and I realized the better way. And this is why I created the Real Estate Wealth Builders community, the coaching community. Now, would you mind if I share with you a package that I put together called the Real Estate Wealth Builders? And this is the way to buy your first property in 6 to 8 weeks. And if you do it right, if you build a business, more than likely your second property is going to come in a couple more months right after that. It's going to come very, very fast. Do you mind if I share that to you? Awesome. Please. All right. Thank you, Brian. Okay. Now, who does this Real Estate Wealth Builders work for you? Honestly, everyone who desires to invest in real estate. And I kid you not, this is the complete A to Z coaching, training. Like I'm literally coaching you through this process, training, success program to create an automatic investing business. In fact, my students who have done so well graduated. Now they're financially independent. They're now coaches here at Master Passive Income because they believe in helping other people. Let me introduce you a few other people. So here's a case study. Here's Sam. He worked at UPS for 15 years, wanted to become an independent investor, started investing in 2017, quit his job in 2022, moved his family to Idaho because he invested and has lots of properties. Now he lives the life of his dreams and did all this while married, raising 2 kids, and working a full-time job. Now here's Stephanie. Always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. She started investing in 2019, quit her job in 2023. Her and her husband were able to both quit their jobs. Now they live in the home of their dreams, homeschool their children. Her husband's busy creating more businesses, and she continues to buy more properties every day. And here's Chad. Chad says, Dustin helped guide my wife and I down the path to financial independence. He opened our eyes to the power of real estate. You don't have to have great wealth to start. Your options available. There are options available. Most individuals that Dustin provides a full accounting of how to do everything to be successful. Well, Chad is on his way, just like I want you. Now, every one of these investors, even the other ones that I talked about, like Kara and Benjamin and Charles, they'll tell you if they can do this, you can do this. They will absolutely, because I'm literally just like your next door neighbor, showing you this is what I've done. This is how you do it. Now, who are the Real Estate Wealth Builders works for? Anyone who wants to retire early, working 60 plus hours, stay-at-home moms, college students, retirees, little to no money to invest, seasoned real estate investors. This system works for everyone because I've proven it to myself over and over again, and then our thousands of students. Now, if you're unsure how to invest, where to invest, how to build a business, we'll help you build your own business because everybody starts from zero. Now, here's the Wealth Builders membership that I am going to give you an amazing deal on this because you're on this workshop with me. So first, what you're going to get in this is the ultimate real estate investing system. I sell this for $4,000, but you're not going to pay that. I'm going to bundle everything together for you for a fraction of this price. But this is a course, step-by-step, showing you, it's a video training program, showing you how to do everything in the business. And here is Roberta and Sean. They bought their second property. They keep buying more and more properties because of this. Hey, Dustin, big thanks to Dustin for all the guidance. Now, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the ultimate real estate investing system. That's a $4,000 value. It's not what you're going to pay, but I'm going to give you more, and you're going to pay a fraction of it. Your first investment. This is the financial understanding. This is regularly $700 value. So you're going to get the ultimate real estate investing system, $4,000 value. Your first investment course, $700 value. Total cost, almost $4,700. I'm also going to get you the Real Estate Foundations course. This is how to build a proper foundation, a $500 value. You're going to get the Ultimate Real Estate Investing System, $4,000 value. First investment course, $700 value. Real Estate Foundations course, $500 value. Total cost, almost $5,200. But again, you're going to pay a fraction of this. Out-of-state investing course. This is as you scale, as you're getting bigger and bigger, I want you to learn how to do everything out of state, even rehabbing out of state, getting other people to work. Normally $1,000 for this property, or sorry, for this course alone. I charge this right now. You go to my site, you can buy it right now. All this, you can buy it for these prices. Katrina bought all these properties out of state because I coached her through the process. Now, here's what you're going to get. Ultimate Real Estate Investing System, $4,000 value. Your first investment course, $700 value. Real Estate Foundations course, $500 value. Out-of-state investor course, $1,000 value. $6,200, but I'm going to give you more. Here is an amazing course called the Advanced Investor Course. I'm going to show you how to scale to 20, 30, 40, 50 properties and even get into an apartment complex. I charge $1,500 on my site right now, but I'm going to throw that in. Here's Charles again saying, super blessed and thankful that he and his wife are now buying property after property after property. Let me go over what you're going to get. Ultimate Real Estate Investing System, $4,000 value. Or you literally pay for this right now. Your first investment course, $700. Real Estate Foundations course, $500. Out-of-state investor course, $1,000. You have an advanced investor course for $1,500. Total cost is almost $7,700 value. But I realize the courses are just a part of the process. I realized that my students needed to get coaching from me. I'm going to give all this to you for a fraction of this price. Group coaching with me. So we get on group coaching calls, normally a $4,000 value. I'm going to include this with me as well because I want to see you succeed. So you're going to get the Ultimate Real Estate Investing course, $4,000 value. First investment course, $700. Real Estate Foundation course, $500. Out-of-state investor course, $1,000. Advanced investor course, $1,500. Group coaching with me, $4,000. Total cost, almost $11,700. But again, it's going to pay the fraction of the price. But I'm going to give you more. The Real Estate Success Program, $2,000 is what I charge for this. This is a private discussion group with other students and other alumni who've done this. They're going to show you all the property managers that they use, the areas of the country, and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to alert you to other deals that you can invest in, questions answered with the coaching team as well, and networking with all of our other investors, normally $2,000. So let me quickly go over through this. Ultimate Real Estate Investing course, $4,000 value. First investment course, $700 value. Foundations course, $500. Out-of-state investor, $1,000. Advanced investor course, $1,500. The group coaching with me, $4,000. And MPI Student Success Program. Total cost, $13,700. I kid you not. You can buy all these right now on my site. But I'm going to give you some bonuses just because you're here. You took some time on a Saturday to be here. So can I give you guys some bonuses as well? And remember, even though it's $14,000, you're going to pay a fraction of this. It's such an amazing offer that I put together for you. Bonus number one, 7-week guide to your first property. This is a $400 value, step-by-step plan to buying your first rental property. Let me quickly go through this. Sorry. Well, I've got way too many of these slides. I got to fix it next time. Ultimate Real Estate Investing System, $4,000 value. First investment course, $700. You have Real Estate Foundations course, $500. Out-of-state investor, $1,000. Advanced investor course, $1,500. Group coaching with me, $4,000. Student community, $2,000. Bonus, $400 value. Just buy it right now. You can for $14,000, but a fraction. I'm going to give you some more bonuses. We all know that we need tools. We need forms. We need all these downloads that are going to help us in our business, everything from contracts to everything. Well, I'm going to give you all the forms, worksheets, calculators, checklists, analyzers that I use as a professional investor. It's $1,000 value. I'm going to give all that to you. You're going to get, let me go through this one more time. You're going to get this second bonus, the vault of tools, forms, and contracts and worksheets, $1,000. Total cost is $15,000. You could buy it right now, but you're going to pay a fraction of this. And I'm going to give you another bonus. One more bonus, expert interviews. My accountants, my lawyers, my everybody that I have worked with, I interview them and I put them in these advanced strategies for financing. This is $5,000 value, rehabbing properties, accounting, lawyers, turnkey properties, all that sort of stuff. I'm showing you how to do this as a $5,000 value. Got all these experts to walk us through all this stuff for even asset protection. Now you're going to get all of this. Sorry, Ultimate Real Estate Investing System, $4,000 value. Your first investment course, $700. Real Estate Foundations, $500. Out-of-state investor course, $1,000. Advanced investor course, $1,500. Group coaching with me, $4,000. MPI student community, $2,000. Bonus number 1, 2, and 3. The total is $20,000. Like I said, you can literally go and buy this right now, but you're going to pay a fraction. Literally, when I say a fraction of this price. And if all this course did was help you buy one rental property that turned $15,000 into $620,000, would it be worth it? What about creating $4 million in generational wealth you could pass down to your grandkids? Wouldn't that be worth it? Even if it was $20,000, wouldn't that be worth it? I think so. Give you the ability to have extra money to retire early. Wouldn't that be worth it? And allow you to have more work-life balance. Wouldn't that be worth it? Now, I personally, in creating this offer for you, because I've been doing this for like, I don't know, 10, 15 years, just coaching people, I've stacked on so many things because I've built out all this stuff. But I had one option. I can go as cheap as possible and charge as cheap as possible and sell as many as possible, but it would not incentivize me to stack all this value for you. Or I can do the second option, which required a little higher investment in yourself. In exchange, I can devote more of my resources and guarantee your success. Now, what's one property worth? Cash flow, $180,000, $20,000 for equity capture, forced appreciation, $15,000, market appreciation, $300,000, mortgage buy down, $135,000, no taxes. You turn $15,000 into a $650,000 to give the property to your kids. And you can see why, even at this price, which, like I said, you're going to pay a fraction of this, even at 20 grand, you're still going to be tremendously better off. Now, this is what I normally charge. If you go to my site, you can buy this right now, but I'm going to charge you so much less, a fraction of this, because you are here. It's normally $3,000 to join for the first month for all this, and $400 every single month after. But because you're here, I'm going to give you a special offer. You guys mind if I share with you a special offer? Awesome. Okay, cool. Here's a special offer. Instead of $3,000 for the first month of $400 a month, I know not everybody can afford that, but because you're here, I'm going to give you the special workshop deal. The special workshop deal is, instead of $3,000, it's $997 for the first month, and you have $149 every month thereafter. Now, there is going to be a monthly fee, so just remember that, but I'm going to put that link in the chat, masterpassiveincome.com/webinar deal. But I have some more bonuses for you. So you get everything that I just shared, from the coaching, all the courses, all the bonuses, all the forms. You get all of that, $20,000. You can buy all that right now, but I'm going to give it to you for $997 for the first month, and every month after is only $149 instead of $400. But also, for the first 5 people that do this right now, that you buy it right now, I'm going to give you a free pass to the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference coming up April 10th through the 12th in 2025, a free pass. And if you have a spouse, just send me a quick email saying, hey, I want my spouse to come. I'll let you bring your spouse too. This is $1,000 per person just coming to this alone. And I'm going to give that to you. So the first 5 people will get this. And let me give you even more bonuses. Like I said, I've been doing this for so long. I just have so much value to give that I want to give it to you. I'm going to give you the Greenlight Deal Analyzer. That's the software that I created. That's a $450 value that I created to help you to analyze your deals properly. And I put the link in the chat. So remember, the first 5 people get all of this. You also get 3 of my best-selling books. That's a $140 value. You can buy those right now. Onboarding call with one of the MPI coaches. We're going to onboard you to make sure that you're going in the right path and give you direction. And then remember, you get monthly coaching with me. I'm going to walk you through that process. And you get access to all the past coaching calls. And I get students just watching those calls, even if they can't make it, because they learn so much, because they don't know the questions that they don't know. And so they listen to other people who are asking questions that they didn't know those were actually even good questions to ask, but they learn so much. You also get access to the MPI coaches and the other students in Slack. That's another $2,500 value. I'm stacking on all this because now I realize I want to help 1 million people to invest in real estate. Now you have 2 options. Do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is, it's literally 100% risk free, because I'm going to walk you through this process. Second option, invest in yourself today compared to all the value that you'll get in return. I stacked on all this value, over $26,000 in value. And if you can't make money, then I don't deserve yours. I'm going to guarantee this. If you do not get your first property in 8 weeks, under contract, we'll work with you directly. I have one of my coaches work with you directly. Now, the real question is it worth investing a few minutes of your time to check out this deal? And even if it does half of what it's claimed to be, you will actually be so much better off and buy your first property. Now, here's everything that you get. You get all the bonuses. You get the Ultimate Real Estate Investing System. And the first 5 people that join, I'm going to give you 1. And if you're married, I'll give you 2. Those are $1,000 each. That's $2,000 to come to the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. Now, here's Katrina, again, buying her properties out of state, showing you can do it. Here's another student said, man, a success because I had your help. Tony just got his property rented, making $325 a month. And here's a success story saying, I have basically buying more and more properties. This is Danny, $400 a month. Omar said, I got my business thanks to Dustin, leased in 6 months after buying it. Stephanie said, listening to Dustin, reading his books gave us a confidence and we needed to make the first step. Stephanie's successful. Now, if you don't have enough time to invest, don't worry. This is a step-by-step system that goes at your own pace. And then you build the business as you go. Once you go through the Ultimate Real Estate Investing System, everything that I teach you, if you just implement what I teach you at that time, by the time you're done, usually it takes about 1 to 2 weeks. By the time you're done, you have that business built. But here's one other great thing. I've got so many, thousands of students now that they all give us their property managers, their cities that they invest in, their realtors, their mortgage brokers. We have all that information already because we have so many people already gone through this. Now, can I ask you a question? How much, this is a personal question, so I hope you don't mind if I ask you a personal question. How much did you spend on your college education? How much did you spend on your college education? I mean, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, maybe $100,000 or more. Well, you get a piece of paper. I spent, I want to say it was like 50 grand. My parents did 50 grand to get my college education. Well, you go to college to hopefully get a job after, and then what? You work 40 more years and retire at age 68. Well, why not retire at age 58? Why not retire at 48 or even 38 if you can? That's when I quit when I was 37 years old. And if you invest in yourself now, you'll build an automatic business so you would never have to work a job again. Now, so Carlos put, I currently taking this program to the people on this chat. Strongly recommend it. Thank you, Carlos. I'm at the beginning and learning so much. So Carlos, on this call right now, he literally just, I didn't tell him to come on. He just came on because he wants to learn as well. He says, thank you, Carlos. I really appreciate you sharing that. My goal is to help you become a fantastic investor. Now, again, stack on all this value, over $26,000 in value, and the first 5 people will get all those bonuses as well as Rubicon passes as well. Brian says 55 and just retired. That's awesome. Good for you, Brian. Now I want you to make even more money to give it to your grandkids. Love it. Okay. So Camille said, any deal on private personal coaching? Fast track. Who can I chat about that? Camille, yes, we do actually have one-on-one coaching. And here's another thing. Because I've been doing this for so long, I've had so many people, just like Camille, say, Dustin, I don't even have time to watch the courses. I don't have time to do that, or I don't want to spend the time doing that. I want you just give me your business, like give me the property managers, contractors, and all these sort of things. And there was, after hundreds of people asked me, I realized, you know what? I need to help people. So we have a done for you program. We also have the one-on-one coaching as well. And in this done for you program, we have everything built out, even the places, the properties that you can buy. I don't own them. I'm just pointing at the right people. They're going to help you with that. Let me go ahead. And so, yes, Camille, send me a private DM and I will send, you have to be, we don't just take anybody on the coaching because our coaches, we get a lot of students and we have to select which students are the right fit. Because if you're not right timing for you, then we don't want you to jump into that. I want you to start here and then we could do the one-on-one coaching. So send me a private, in the chat here, Camille, send me a private one just to me with your email address and I'll send you a quick email with more information, how you can get more information on all that. But we do have the fast track one-on-one coaching. So there's the done for you program, pricier. It's $10,000 for a 6-month. But if you want one-on-one coaching without the done for you, then it's $6,997 for that. Plus you get the one-on-one coach, you get everything else in here as well. So we have that as well. So anybody, if you're listening and you want the one-on-one coaching or the done for you program, the fast track, send me a quick DM. I'll send you a quick email with information so that you can apply. With that, I want to ask you another question. You guys mind if I ask you another question? Here's another question for you. I said this earlier. When is the best time to plant a tree? It was 20 years ago. The next best time is literally today. It's literally today because you do not want to be thinking 20 years from now, man, I was on that free workshop that Dustin walked me through the entire process. I just need a little bit of help, but I didn't take the step. I didn't do that. No, you don't want to be thinking that 20 years from now. You don't want to be that person. What you want to be is 20 years from now. You want to say, I'm so glad I took this. And Carlos, even in the chat without provocation, or like I didn't pay him money to be here or anything. He just said, I'm doing this right now. So much value. 20 years from now, you want to say, I'm so glad I jumped in right now. Just like Brendan just said, I'm signing up now. Thank you. Awesome. Brendan, I'm so glad that you're jumping on right now. And send me a quick email. You'll get an email from me, but I'm going to send you a free pass. And if you want to use it for your spouse, if you have one, bring them. But you want to be thinking 20 years from now, I'm so glad I started investing in myself first by getting the coaching, by getting around the right people. And I also bought that first property. When you join Master Passive Income, you're going to come to RubeCon, the Real Estate Wealth Business Conference. This is going to catapult you. It's going to be such an amazing springboard. It's going to be your jet fuel to spring you off into the stratosphere. Now, the next best time is today to plant a tree. You need to make a change. Jim Rohn says life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. We need a change. And so again, for the first 5 people, I'm going to give you free passes. I'm going to give you the Greenlight Deal Analyzer. I'm going to give you everything and $20,000 worth of value because I've been doing this for so long, I've just created so much stuff that honestly, people were paying me the same price just for you see the Ultimate Real Estate Investing System? People were paying me back, I think 7-8 years ago, $1,000 just to join that program. But I've built it out now that there's so much more that I have to charge $4,000 for it. But you're paying the same price that people got back then for everything else. Like I didn't have all these other courses. I didn't have the Real Estate Wealth Business Conference. I didn't have the Analyzer. I didn't have any of that stuff. I didn't even have coaching students. I didn't even have any of that stuff. But you're getting it at the base price that I can ever get. So are you going to be one of them, just like Brendan and just like Camille? Camille's wanting one-on-one coaching. I'm definitely going to walk you through that. Carlos is taking the one-on-one coaching with William. Awesome. And so you need to change your life. And remember, life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And Camille, I'll send you an email. Definitely interested in the Done For You program. I have a bunch of students on that now, and they're buying properties. It's amazing. So I'll send you a quick email. Send me a quick DM personally with your email address if you want me to reach out to you so you can apply to be a part of that as well. So what questions do you guys have? Go ahead and type in the chat because I know I've been talking a lot. Let's see. Ebony asks, what's the Done For You program? I'm interested. Okay, so the Done For You program, there's one thing that I have to say as a caveat before I bring anybody in. Number one, you're still doing the work. I'm not buying a property and then giving you a property. I don't want to do that. I just want to coach you. But what I've done is I've built my entire business in many different cities, my personal private business. I'm going to give you my access to my accountant. Now you're going to have to pay them. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm charging very little. I'm going to give you my accountant, my lawyer that I use. I'm going to give you my property managers that I use. I'm going to give you my contractors, my mortgage brokers. I'm currently refinancing 6 single-family homes, pulling out $600,000, and those 6 properties make me about $6,000 a month in passive income. Well, that mortgage is only going to cost $3,200. So I'm still going to make $2,800 on those 6 properties, cashing out because I have a mortgage broker that has an amazing program, lots of programs, and I'm going to give you all of that. Oh, awesome, Samuel. Excited for RubeCon. Oh, you're coming. This is awesome, Samuel. I will definitely connect you. You got the first deal. You're one of the first 5 people. I'll definitely get that over to you. Ebony, so send me a DM with your, in the chat here in Zoom. I'm pointing at my screen, sorry. Send me a DM with your email address. I will reach out to you personally because you have to be vetted. We have to make sure you're the right fit for it. But I'm going to give you my entire business. But here's the thing. You have to do your own due diligence. My goal, because I'm a coach, my goal is to teach you how to fish. I don't want to give you a fish. I want you to not need me ever again. That's what I literally want. I want to show you so that then you can do it over and over again. And then you could teach your kids. Then you can teach your grandkids. And then you could keep on going after that All right. What other questions do you guys have? And so if you want the Done For You program, I would love to help you out. I've got so many coaching students on there now. Send me a DM, personal, a private DM in chat. I will be able to get that. I'll get your email address so that I can email you so you can apply. What other questions do you guys have? Because we got, well, Carlos, he's coming to RubeCon. Love it. I'm super pumped to hang out with you, Carlos, at RubeCon. Samuel just joined. And then let's see, Roger's a part of this as well. And Brendan just signed up. Who else? Who else is going to sign up? Because like I said, first 5 people are going to get all these bonuses, over $26,000 in value. I want you to change your life. Brian, oh, there you go, Brian. Interested in hearing more. Professional investor who wants, professional investor. Yes, I love it. So one of my favorite things to do. Now, number one, helping new people. That's great. I absolutely love it. What I love even more is helping advanced investors grow even more. And so I appreciate it, Brian. So send me a quick email address or DM with your email address. I'll send you a quick email and we can definitely chat more together about this. But that's what I love to do is helping. If that's what you're looking for, Brian, definitely helping advanced investors to scale, getting to multifamily apartment complexes, large deals. So we're closing on a 375 unit apartment complex at the end of the month. Like I said, raising $9.2 million. Such an amazing deal that we are actually being a part of bringing in so many people. We've already got 8 million people, $8 million raised up, so we need another million. But yeah, so Brian, oh, sorry, Brian, I know that was a direct message. Send me your email address because I can definitely email you and chat with you about it. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? What other questions do you guys have? Because I don't want to leave you guys because I gave you so much information, but I want you to join as well because I have everything else unlocked to that. Roger, how's your experience been? You're on the call. You're a student. You're coming to RubeCon as well. You want to share how your experience has been with Master Passive Income and everything?
Well, for me, it was life-changing because before I came to Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, I knew nothing about investing in real estate. I had no idea. I thought that investing in real estate was nothing but tenants, termites, and toilets, and something I didn't want to feel a part of. And has anyone else ever felt like you don't want to have more problems than what you already have, being married with 4 kids, having more bills, having more responsibilities, having more houses all across the country? And what I found was that by getting in that room, it changed everything for me. I met people that were your friends, people that were your good colleagues. They introduced me to people. It's changed my life completely. I joined your mastermind group. I became one of your students. We started hosting real estate groups together. I got my first property. I got in my first house in less than 40 days. I mean, I called a realtor, got in, was under contract like 5 days later, and all because of all the stuff that you shared with me. And I'm well on my way to grabbing another property this year, and I'll also be emceeing the conference at RubeCon. So it's been life changing. The last 12 months have been so fast. I can't even fit it all in a 30-second soundbite.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Roger. And even just alone, coming to the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, getting coached by me as well as 40 plus other expert investors and getting the energy that you can to invest, this is going to be absolutely amazing. Okay. Really appreciate everything. I don't want to take much more of your time. I thank you so much for coming on this call on a Saturday. I really, really appreciate it. I wanted to do it on a time that hopefully people had a little bit of time so they could join. But if you haven't joined, this deal will be up for maybe today. Well, the rest of today, it'll definitely be up. masterpassiveincome.com/webinar deal. I'll probably send you a quick email. If you haven't joined and you're thinking about it, talk to your spouse. No pressure whatsoever. I literally make my money through real estate. This is just to help you. And so if you need a little bit of time, I'll give you a little bit more time. I'll send you a quick email with a follow-up so that you can see and you can join, but I might take it down by the end of the day tomorrow. Like that's probably going to be it because this, like I said, you could buy all this stuff literally for $20,000+ now on my site, but I'm going to leave it up just because you guys got to take action. Remember when I had those pictures of the Christmas lights or the kid tiptoeing in the water and the men jumping in or all that, like you need to take action. Remember what one person can do, I can do. You got to have that in your mind. I know you can do that. There's not one person on here that I cannot help to invest in real estate. So everybody that you send me an email, sent me your email address, I'll reach out to you. We'll definitely connect. But I really appreciate every single one of you. And I'm super pumped to have every single one of you be a part of Master Passive Income. And even if you're just listening to the podcast or you're on the YouTube channel, whatever it might be, my goal is to give you as much free stuff. And then if you need more, we have this a fraction of the price. So remember, you have all this 20 plus $1,000 worth of stuff, of good expert information, and it's only for this webinar deal. So it'll be available today and tomorrow, but I'll probably close it down tomorrow night. All right, guys. Hey, God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of Master Passive Income, being on this workshop webinar. And I really appreciate every single one of you. And I really hope to see all of you at the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. But thanks again, you guys. Have a great rest of the week or weekend.